Okay. Thanks, guys. All right. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Councilmember Bukowski, if you can leave the room.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. You may be seated.
Take a roll call. Councilmember Barbara Bukowski. Here. Councilmember Diane Benchkowski. Here. Councilmember Anthony Filipski.
Here.
Councilmember Michael Jasinski.
Here.
Councilmember Brian Pilarski.
Present.
Councilmember Vernon Tom.
Here.
Supervisor Brian Nowak.
Present. All are present.
We have one resolution presented today that is sponsored by Councilmember Bukowski, seconded by Supervisor Nowak. The town clerk is hereby directed to publish a notice to bidders for the acceptance of disposal of yard waste, accepting therefrom highway debris generated in and collected by the town of Cheektowaga from the remainder of the calendar year 2025 through December 31st, 2025. This was bid 2025-9. Said notice to be published in the Cheektowaga Bee. Sealed bids will be received on Wednesday, April 30th, 2025 at 11 a.m. at a bid opening to be held in Cheektowaga Town Hall.
Right, on the question, this was an item that was introduced this morning, and I do want to apologize on the short notice for it being posted. Attorney Fowler put out an email that explained that. If anybody would like to check that out and take an opportunity to look at it, we can do that now. What we have here is simply a notice to bidders regarding yard waste. As the attorney mentioned just before the meeting started, that we have a situation with our current vendor where they're not allowed to take waste anymore. They're dealing with the DEC. And we had put out a notice to bidders last year, and the company that was involved with that is not in a position to take yard waste at the moment. So what we're doing here is to put out a notice to bidders to get other folks that are willing to bid on that. While this process is working out, the folks at the TCEA will be collecting yard waste through Friday, May 2nd. At the moment, if we need more time to deal with that, I can talk with the union to buy us some more time to do yard waste collection until we get through this process, hopefully accept the bid, and get back to regular service. Councilmember Benchkowski.
So you said that they are doing yard waste collection now?
Yeah, back in, you remember during COVID where they were doing that for a little while. I talked with the union between Tuesday's meeting and today, and we reached an agreement where they'll collect for 3 weeks while we're working through this process.
And where are they dumping that?
They're going to have to take it to the transfer station in the meantime.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
We do have a couple other options we're working, whether it's working with other municipalities. And then there's a last ditch effort, which I'm not a big fan of. That would involve storing it on town property, but quite frankly, I don't think that's viable.
No, it's not. I also wanted to mention that we really should get more than 2 hours notice for a resolution being put in like that. So, but I'll be able to vote on it because I learned about it just now. But I think for our residents to be open and transparent, we should be able to give them more notice on something like that.
I understand where you're coming from. We have waiver items at all of our meetings, and what we have here is a notice to bidders right now, and there's an opportunity. It's going to be introduced in the B. We're going to be accepting a bid down the road, hopefully. So there's sufficient opportunity for the public to weigh in on what they think about this. Any other council members? All right, on the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carries unanimously. All right. All right, with that, I'd like to make a motion to enter executive session for the purpose of interviews with no action to follow. Do I have a second? Second from Councilmember Pilarski. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we're in